Living as a student in Vienna, I often end up broke at the end of the month. The thing is that takeout has just become way too convenient. And ever since my neighbors have started to tease me with their barbecue every Sunday or so, I've just been tempted more and more to have food delivered to my door. So yeah, it's a real issue. You see, I set myself a budget of 200 euros a month, which are 50 euros a week and around 6.66 euros a day, which if I were just cooking at home would be enough, but unfortunately, I'm not. So what is the solution to all of this? Will I start to exercise some self-control and try to not eat out anymore? No. Rather, I will challenge myself to only eat out for a day. Okay, that doesn't really sound like a challenge, does it? What makes the whole thing interesting is that while I'll only be eating out for a day, I will do so on the budget I would usually spend on one takeout delivery. I set myself a budget of 12 euros to eat breakfast, lunch and dinner. Now, how is that even going to be possible? Well, I'll be trying this app called Too Good To Go so you don't have to. It allows you to pick up leftovers from restaurants that would usually be thrown away for a fraction of the price. Oh, what's that? It seems like someone's really getting hungry, so let's go pick up some breakfast. So I just picked up my first delivery from the app. Some quick observations. This was, I believe, 3 euros, and the pickup process was very easy. You just walk in there, show them the app, they tap confirm or you tap confirm. It really doesn't matter because you already paid. With that, you can pick up your food. And I'm gonna show you what we got as an order. We got cake, which is nice. We got a sandwich with green stuff in it. And finally, we got some sort of yogurt in this container here. You just pop it open, all right. And we got plain yogurt with nothing, which is just lovely. Not the biggest meal, to say the least. This was a very small portion, and all of this seems very curated to me, to say the least. So you see that these containers are all biodegradable, which is great. We even got a wooden spoon. But to me, honestly, this seems more like a gimmick than stuff they have left over and want to give away. I asked the manager about this because I immediately looked in the bag and was like, this seems kind of fishy. And he told me, yeah, we're actually just doing this as a gimmick to seem cool and modern. They have just been doing it for 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm gonna try out some of the foods here. This is not gonna be a mukbang, so I'm just gonna show you like a short part of that. Okay, this is actually so funny. They literally gave us plain yogurt. This is, no, oh god, the bag's falling away. This is literally just plain white yogurt with like nothing. Which, I mean, food waste, I guess, but like, you know, you could put in like cornflakes or something. Yeah, a bit weird to say the least. Like, if that is an advertising package, it's a pretty bad one because, like, if they're not even gonna put cornflakes in this, what is the purpose of using that as an advertisement? I don't know. All right, so trying the, I guess this is like an egg sandwich one. So, as I noted before, there's clearly like green stuff in it. I think it's all right. And honestly, for 3 euros, I think this is still a pretty good deal. You got a sandwich, you got 2 pieces of cake. If you would have that in like a restaurant, it would definitely run you a lot more, but at the same time, this is definitely not restaurant quality. I think this is something you would pick up from the supermarket, but something that would probably cost you 2 euros anyways, so either way, you got a deal. So trying the cake, I have to say that this is definitely great cake. It's not like a 5 euro cake, but it's still good cake. Other than that, I think this just kind of proves the point that if you're a picky eater, I think this is not the right thing for you, or you have to be very specific of where you go to, because the sandwich honestly didn't really do it for me. The yogurt was just yogurt, but still. This was a weird and interesting experience, and I'm probably gonna see you guys when I go to the next restaurant and pick up my lunch. It seems like an Italian cafe type of place, so yeah, stay tuned for that. So we're back in the afternoon and we're gonna go to the next restaurant real soon. Unfortunately, it wasn't the one I initially intended because I messed up. I ordered stuff yesterday for today, but that's not really possible in the app. You have to order on the same day that you're gonna pick up. So I had to cancel the orders I had for yesterday, and of course this wasn't the app's fault, this was my fault. Luckily I got a refund for the first order, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna get one for the second order. Anyways, so we're gonna go to this bistro slash cafe. Initially I wanted to go to like an Italian cafe, and they had this beautiful picture of a lasagna I really wanted, but I guess we're gonna get bistro stuff. So yeah, see you in a second with the food review. Oh hi, it is me from the bistro, and we're gonna try all these dishes one by one to see how they taste and if they are actually worth the €4 we paid for them. So let's start with the soup, because I have it lined up here, apparently. I don't know what type of soup it is. It strikes me as like a typical cafeteria soup, but I'm gonna try this. You know, let's not judge a soup by its look, cover, flavor, I guess. Honestly, I have to say this is really nice soup. Like, it's nothing special, but it definitely does the trick. Let's move on to the noodle salad, which is this one. Honestly, very solid noodle salad. Like, I'll probably be eating more of this than the soup, because these are actually really good. They're not crazy in terms of quality, but it's good food, and it's too good to go. And the third one was the potato salad. It definitely has the typical potato salad smell to it. I will probably not be having a plain potato salad with nothing, but if I'll be cooking, I don't know, schnitzel sometime soon, I will probably have this potato salad. So I will pop this in the fridge and eat it some other time. And for now, I'll be eating my salad and my soup. So I would say just generally, I think this restaurant definitely was there in terms of quantity. I would say that the quality was kind of lacking, because while they were giving you these huge quantities of food or leftovers, there wasn't really a main course to this. And honestly, even if it was just like some pasta with some sauce, this already would have been great. Because normally, you know, if you go to a restaurant, you expect a main course. I'm really curious for the restaurant we're gonna go to in the evening, so see you guys then. So before I'll be going to my last restaurant for today, some general information about the app, because I think it's quite interesting. The Danish startup offers its app all around Europe, but it's starting to expand into the US. It is part of a growing trend of social startups that do not just care about profitability and their numbers, but also about doing good in the world. So welcome back. It is the evening and I already picked up the food, and I'm gonna review it right now. Let's take a look at this beautiful curry I got, and I even brought my own container. They were like, oh, we're gonna give you half curry and we're gonna give you the other half rice. Is that okay? And I was like, yeah, sure. Little did I know that they have a different definition of half. Still, this is the only main course we got for today as a leftover. This was €5, and I picked it up from a restaurant I actually order quite often from. So I already know this dish, funny enough, and I'm not sure, I believe it's like €12 if you just get it from the restaurant. I'm still gonna try it, because maybe, I don't know, the quality decreased or anything like that, so we wanna be sure that this is quality food. Yeah, it's definitely quality food. They could have given us more sauce, but they didn't, so yeah, but I'm gonna stop complaining. I'm mainly just complaining because I'm hungry and it's hot, so yeah, I'm gonna eat this and have a blast, because this is actually quite nice. I will probably see you in another shot. See you tomorrow, probably. Now to some final thoughts and how I'll be using the app, if at all. First, I think the main thing is that it really is restaurant dependent, and I tried to get a very representative sample of the different type of restaurants, even if the sample size was very small. I wanted to go to a lot of different type of restaurants to see what they would give me. So I have to say that I was the most disappointed with the hotel, just because they gave us such a small amount of food. The curry place has to be the best, because you got something which was comparable to a main course and something you would actually get from a takeout place, which was the initial idea of replacing my takeout habit. And right in the middle, I would say, would be the bistro, just because we got well, we got a lot of a big quantity of food. We just got 2 salads and a soup, which wasn't really a main course. So that's number 1. Number 2, I would say, while it is definitely cheaper than takeout, it definitely doesn't replace takeout, because the thing with takeout is that you have the convenience of it coming to your door and you don't have to go pick it up. You also don't have the option of choice. When you're using Too Good To Go, you're really just dependent on what the restaurant is going to give you. And also another thing is that cooking at home is still cheaper than using Too Good To Go, which I've noticed, because the cheapest food things you can get from there are 3 euros. We had 3 euros, 4 euros and 5 euros, so we increased the price with each meal we've gotten. But I have to say that the 3 euro meal was just not worth it. I can cook a way better 3 euro meal at home and I don't have to go pick it up. So that's definitely a disadvantage for Too Good To Go. Now, third and final point, I would say, while I wasn't too satisfied with the app, I think if you go into it with the motivation of saving food and not just saving money, it is actually a very enjoyable thing to do, because you're saving food waste or preventing food waste, and that's definitely a good thing. Now, how would I be using the app in my daily life? Honestly, I would have to say that I wouldn't just schedule a pickup time and go there just for the sake of picking up food. But if I happen to be in the city and I look in the app and see that there's food to pick up, I would definitely be using the app, because I think it's just a great alternative to eating out in the city, and it allows you to still enjoy the pleasures of eating out while paying a way smaller price and saving food at the same time. Alright, this was my review of the app Too Good To Go. I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel. This was something very different to what I usually do, so I'm really curious about your thoughts, so leave them in the comments down below. And this is pretty much it for now, so I shall see you in the next video. Bye!